with Viv of the Caribbean team with Preferred Real Estate Broker. I am your Central Florida Realtor since 2008.
Hello and welcome to Live with Viv, and I have Nev here today with me. And Nev, introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Neville Smith. I'm a Preferred Real Estate Broker here in Clermont, Florida.
So Live with Viv, the Caribbean team, Preferred Real Estate Broker. I want to start off by saying, got a couple of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about gratitude, and we're also going to talk about getting the clutter out and getting your home ready to put on the market. So I thank my community, my first responders, my teachers that are going back to school right now and have a lot of children to deal with. I thank them for what they do. I thank my community. I thank everyone that watches over us and protects Central Florida. In that sense, we will move on to talking about what we need to do in order to get our house ready to put on the market for our sellers.
Yeah, as you know, no matter what time of year it is, it's always time to sell a house. There's seasons that work, and as Viv just talked about, we're getting back into the school year, but still there's people that's going to be moving no matter what.
Yes.
So still, a big part of this is making your house appealing, and it's not just on the inside. It's got to start from the outside.
Correct.
Curb appeal, the whole
Right.
nine.
Yes.
So if you're definitely ready to get that house sold and sold quickly, and also for top dollar, stay tuned. We're going to give you a lot of little information tips for you to get that done. All right. So Viv, I just mentioned the outside curb appeal. What are some of the things that people can do on the outside of their house so that people don't drive up and drive by?
Okay, some of the first thing you need to do is make sure the grass is cut. Mm-hmm. Make sure you remove trash cans. Make sure, everything is out of sight. Make sure maybe you put a little mulch there. Mm-hmm. Get rid of things, maybe trim the edges. When you drive by, the house will look like I'm invited to come in. I want to go in and see what the inside looks like, just in case. If the outside is beautiful, then wow, what the inside is going to look like.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
So once again, the idea here is to get that person or potential buyer to drive up, or even before they have their realtor, to call up their realtor and say, hey, I saw this house. I definitely want to see the inside of it because the outside, grabbed me. I was attracted.
Right.
So now we've opened the door, and a lot of times people may have their house clean, but the first sense that they get once they open the door is which one of your senses hits you?
The smell. So make sure it smells great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've gone to so many houses that, granted it's warm here and sometimes you can't help that. It's lived in. But, just having some air fresheners before you actually enter the house, that means that you should still get rid of anything that's smelly. Granted, some houses, the way that it's set up, the laundry room is kind of like up near the front of the house.
Yes, correct.
So, your laundry is there and it might be sweaty. Yeah. Hey, make sure you get all that stuff done, cleaned up, the whole nine, so it doesn't track all the way through the house.
That's right.
What are some of the other things that they can do to, get that smell part? We're going to cover all senses.
Yeah, but the smell part, I would say you can get the plug-ins that plugs on the wall. You can put a little pot on the stove and put like a little cinnamon or ginger or whatever it is. So when you walk in, some people bake cookies. Mm-hmm. Just so when you walk into the house, it smells beautiful because you just finished baking out a fresh batch of cookies. Mm-hmm. So that's some of the things like that where when you walk in, it's just like you said, it's got to grab you. Yeah. That smell is like, wow, what is that?
Yeah, and it's subliminal. That one is not something that just stands out right as soon as you get in, but you do notice it. Mm-hmm. You definitely do notice it.
Yes.
So that's one sense that we just covered. The next one that I want to kind of talk about is sight, because that's what most people go on. So you walk into this house, the door is open, and
there's clutter everywhere. So declutter. Mm-hmm. You might need to get a storage area to put some of your things in. Depersonalize that house. Take down pictures off the wall that is not necessary, that maybe have, things on it that when people walk in, they don't want to see it. Remember when you walk in the house and it's all cluttered, all you can think is, I can't live here, because it's so cluttered. And there's some people that are a neat freak and clean freak. And you know, they have OCD, so you got to make sure when you walk in, it's like a clean line. So take down things, pack them up, get rid of them, put them in storage that you're not using, or give them away, donate them.
Yeah, you know, that's part of it, is the sense that you need to get rid of stuff. And also, the nice thing about what you're doing right now, there's things that you don't want to bring to the next house with you, because it's just going to sit around in a box somewhere. And once again, it's just there. It's clutter for that house. So this is a good opportunity to, you know, purge, so to speak.
Yes.
That said, one of the principles that I try to instill in my seller clients is the idea that once you put that house on the market, this is no longer your home. It's a product that you're trying to sell. And you have to appeal to the buyer. If it doesn't appeal to that buyer, then, you know,
they'll go to the next
they
house.
go to the next house that has more appeal. So one of the other things, as Viv just mentioned, is that the fact, not just personal items, but if you are a collector of anything at all and you have gobs of it everywhere, it's nice that you have that collection, but remember, you're trying to sell the house, you're not trying to sell the collection.
That's
okay? So we've moved on a little now from site, or is there more that you got for site?
No, site is, getting everything clean, pack it all away, give it away, you know, because sight is so important. And it's just like when you were driving by the curb appeal. I saw something that I like, I'd like to go in. You know, so once you go inside, it's the same thing. When I go in, do I want to stay inside because I like what I see? You invited me in, now I'm in. What's going on? Is it clean? Is it, you know, smell good? You know, so yeah, sight is important.
And yeah, one more thing on site, you're selling space, okay? So people want to see space. They want to see that their stuff can actually fit in that space. So they're not looking at your stuff per se, but your stuff is a good barometer of what they can expect. So that said, get rid of stuff that's oversized within rooms. Because it just makes that room so much smaller. So having a king size bed in one of the auxiliary bedrooms that's pretty small, it just chokes up that entire room. You don't need that.
True. Yeah, so true, because I was showing a house the other day and I opened the door, and what happened is the lady said my furniture is not going to fit in this room because the seller had these big furniture inside the room, so she could not figure that her furniture can fit in there because it's so much tight because of all these big furniture. So just like Neville said, get rid of those big furnitures, you know, put them in the garage, put them in storage, so the room, you're selling the space. You're selling
and also that space should be clean. So your floors, carpet, whatever, carpet, you know, get rid of stains, get rid of all of that, because once again, people come in, they look at that and they're going, so they don't really take care of this place, do they? What do I have to do to get this all together? So, you know, sight, that's sight and sound, touch.
And then if they don't take care of the inside of their home, they're going to say, well, you didn't take care of the mechanical, the air condition, you didn't take care of none of that stuff. If you're not taking care of your general area that you can see. So that's important.
So, touch. As far as touch, I'm thinking dust and
dust,
stuff like that.
Touch is, you know, because most people, they'll go and draw their hand on your furniture. So make sure it's clean. You know, white furniture, make sure it's dusted. You know, make sure when they go inside, because a lot of people have allergy, make sure when they go inside, it can actually stay inside the home. You know, and be able to look at the home. Because I've gone inside houses that I walk through the door and the smell hits me and I have to stand outside and tell my clients to stay inside. You know, while they look at the house. So yeah, smell and touch, very important.
And another thing is hearing, you know, and when I say hearing, it could be just noisy things that you've gotten accustomed to over the years. For example, opening a door, it squeaks. That's something that you kind of got used to. So if you're used to it, ask your realtor when they come over, or a friend, somebody trusted, that's gonna tell you, hey, that door's squeaking, or something, there's a sound that's off. For example, a fan. A lot of times fans are off balance, and you've gotten so used to that fan making that sound, it doesn't, you know, bother you anymore. But it's something that the other person hears, and, you know, they key in on. And especially if it's every fan in every room.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's another maintenance type
right,
issue.
right. You're so right about that, Nev.
So, any other hearing type things that you can think of?
You know,
right
pipe
off?
dripping,
Yeah.
running pipes and stuff like that. Runny toilets keep going, you know, keep flushing on their own and stuff like that.
Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
So we've covered smell, touch, hearing, sight. What else is there? Well, we're not going to taste the house.
Right. No, definitely, I won't.
You know, there's nothing here that I'm going to taste, but you know, everything comes into play, and that's the main thing that we wanted to cover today was the idea that a buyer is coming in and they're using all their senses essentially to, you know, make a choice on buying your house, and we want to get you there.
Right.
So site-wise also, it's putting things in their right places.
Yeah.
We didn't cover that part.
Right.
So-
and then with your realtor, ask your realtor, you know, because they have shown and sell so many homes. Ask your realtor when they come in, what do you think? Do you think it's clean enough? Do you think I need to get rid of any furniture? Do you think I need to change anything? You know, because their opinion counts, because remember, they're going to be taking pictures of your home to get it ready, and it has to be picture ready. So is your home picture ready? That's the main thing. Is it picture ready? Does it smell good?
Yep.
And does it look good? Feel good?
All right.
You know?
So that's it for today. My name is Neville Smith. I'm with Preferred Real Estate Brokers. My number, if you want to get in touch with me, is 321-209-1958. And
It's Viv Cunningham with the Caribbean team, Preferred Real Estate Brokers. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. If you want any topic that we haven't covered, please contact us, 321-231-8487, and let us know what you'd like to hear about today. Signing off with Viv Nev. We'll see you next time.
And once again, today's message is gratitude. Y'all have a good one.
Take care.
Take care.
Viv of the Caribbean team with Preferred Real Estate Broker. I am your Central Florida Realtor since 2008.